The city of Ravenwood was a labyrinth of shadows and whispers. Its streets, dimly lit by flickering street lamps, twisted like veins through a body of secrets. The heavy rain fell in a relentless cascade, pooling in the potholes and running in rivulets down the grimy alleyways. The air was thick with the scent of damp concrete and decay, mingling with the distant hum of late-night traffic. In the heart of this urban sprawl stood an old brick building, a relic from a bygone era. Its windows were boarded up, and its once vibrant red facade was now a weathered brown, marked by graffiti and neglect. This was the headquarters of Detective Sam Turner, a man whose reputation for solving the city's darkest cases was as solid as the building he operated from. Inside, the detective's office was a cluttered mess of case files, old newspapers, and a desk covered in half-empty coffee cups. Sam, a tall man with graying hair and a trench coat that had seen better days, sat hunched over his desk, a look of intense concentration on his rugged face. He was going through the latest reports when his partner, Detective Laura Hayes, walked in. Laura was a sharp-witted woman in her early 30s, with a keen eye for detail and an uncanny ability to read people. Her auburn hair was tied back in a ponytail, and she wore a leather jacket that gave her a tough exterior, matching her no-nonsense attitude. "Sam, you need to see this," Laura said, tossing a folder onto the desk. "What's this?" Sam asked, raising an eyebrow as he opened the folder. "Another one," Laura replied grimly. "Same MO. This time it's a lawyer, Mark Benson. Found in his office, no sign of forced entry." Sam's eyes darkened as he scanned the crime scene photos. "That makes 3 in 2 weeks. All prominent figures. What's the connection?" Laura shook her head. "That's what we need to find out. I did some digging. Turns out Benson was involved in a high-profile case a few years back. Defended a man named Victor Cruz, a known mobster." "Cruz," Sam muttered, tapping his fingers on the desk. "I remember him. Went off the grid after the trial. Think he's back." "Could be," Laura said. "But there's more. Benson was about to blow the whistle on some big corruption scheme. He had a meeting scheduled with a journalist the night he was killed." Sam leaned back in his chair, rubbing his chin thoughtfully. "We need to talk to that journalist. See what Benson was about to spill." The next morning, the detectives met with the journalist, Rachel Meyer, in a small cafe on the outskirts of Ravenwood. Rachel was a young, ambitious reporter with a reputation for digging deep and uncovering the truth. "I was supposed to meet Benson that night," Rachel said, her voice trembling slightly. "He sounded scared. Said he had evidence that could bring down some powerful people." "Did he mention any names?" Sam asked. Rachel shook her head. "No, but he promised to give me everything at the meeting. I have a feeling whatever he had got him killed." As they left the cafe, Sam's mind raced with possibilities. "We need to get into Benson's office," he said. "There might be something there he left for us." Breaking into Benson's office under the cover of darkness, the detectives searched every inch of the room. Laura found a hidden compartment in Benson's desk, revealing a USB drive. They hurried back to the precinct to examine the contents. As they plugged the drive into the computer, a series of documents and videos popped up on the screen. The evidence pointed to a massive corruption ring involving high-ranking officials, including the mayor and several top cops. "We're sitting on a powder keg," Laura whispered, eyes wide with disbelief. Suddenly, the office door burst open, and a group of armed men stormed in. "Drop the drive," one of them shouted. Sam and Laura exchanged a quick glance before Sam reached for his gun. A gunfight erupted, bullets flying in all directions. Sam managed to take down 2 of the assailants before a sharp pain pierced his side. He collapsed, clutching his wound. Laura, fueled by adrenaline, grabbed the drive and made a run for it, narrowly escaping through a back exit. She knew she had to get the evidence to Rachel. Dodging through the rain-soaked streets, Laura finally reached Rachel's apartment. She pounded on the door, breathless. "Rachel, it's Laura. Open up." The door creaked open and Rachel let her in. "What happened?" she asked, eyes wide with fear. "No time to explain," Laura said, handing her the drive. This has to go public. It's the only way to stop them. Rachel nodded, determination replacing her fear. I'll get this out, I promise. As Laura left the apartment, she glanced back at Rachel, silently hoping she would succeed. The fight was far from over, but they had taken the first step in exposing the darkness that lurked within Ravenwood. The city's secrets were starting to unravel, and the light of justice was beginning to pierce through the shadows.